Good afternoon, students. In today's class, we are going to discuss two questions which are asked in NCERT. These questions are similar to that NCERT questions, and then we will discuss one to two questions which are on the basis of series and parallel combination of capacitors. So let's see the first question. If you find this video useful, then you can like, share and subscribe to our channel, and you can share this channel also with your friends who are studying in the class 12th. So without wasting any time, let's start the first question. The first question is saying an electrical technician requires a capacitance of 12 farad in a circuit across a potential difference of 700 volt. A large number of 2 farad capacitors are available with him, each of which can withstand a potential difference not more than 300 volt. Suggest a possible arrangement that requires the minimum number of capacitors. So this is a very another important question which is asked in CBSE NCERT question. So he is saying an electrical technician wants to get the capacitance of 12 farad. So what he want? He want the capacitance of 12 farad. What he has the large number of capacitors which have capacity 2 farad, but every capacitor can withstand up to the voltage 300 volt. Means if the voltage is 310, then the capacitor will get damaged. Now see what another he has a battery of 700 volt. So students, this is the question. Basically the main things that you have to kept in mind. First thing, 12 farad capacitance he has to obtain. What he has 2 farad capacitors. How many? Large number of capacitors that can withstand up to which voltage? That can withstand up to 300 volt. This is the another key point here. So no, you can note down the key points. What he has 700 volt battery. So basically the four things which are marked, these are the most important thing. And the last point is you have to find the number of capacitors, in which case in the capacitors will be minimum, because combinations can be many. We can make many combinations, but one of that combination will require minimum capacitors. So now we have to make a combination. I will explain this question. I hope you have noted down all the points. So let's start the question. The question is saying let's suppose this is the capacitor. This is the capacitor the person has, and let's suppose this is the battery. This is the battery. So students, if I connect a battery of 700 volt here, if I connect the battery of 700 volt here, this is 700 volt, and if I connect a single capacitor here, then the voltage drop across this capacitor will be 700, because if I connect a single capacitor across this battery, then the voltage drop across this capacitor will be 700 volt. But this capacitor can withstand up to which voltage? This capacitor can withstand up to 300 volt. So that means if I connect a single capacitor in this way, this capacitor will get damaged. So what I will do? I will connect 2 or 3 capacitors so that voltage gets divided. So now I am doing one more step. You have to understand firstly this concept. After that you have to see the question. So let's suppose now I am raising this one. So now students, I am redrawing the circuit. I am redrawing this circuit. You can check. Now I am connecting 2 capacitors here. So now I am connecting 2 capacitors here. You can check. This is battery, positive, negative, 700 volt. Then here I have connected, let's suppose, 2 capacitors in this way. This is first capacitor, this is a second capacitor. So students, if these 2 capacitors, now as we know these 2 capacitors have same capacity, so now these 2 capacitors have same capacity. So you know the concept of resistances. Whenever there are 2 equal resistances, voltage will be divided equally. So from 700, 350 volt will be divided here. 350 will be the voltage drop here. 350 voltage will drop here. But students, still 350 is more than 300. So that means by connecting 2 capacitors in series, we will not get our solution. We will not reach to solution. So this was 700 volt. So this was 700 volt and this will be 350. But still your capacitors will get damaged. This capacitor will also get damaged. This capacitor will also get damaged due to 350 volt because its capacity is 300. So now I am telling you the best way how to find number of capacitors that should be connected. So divide that voltage which is given. So this is 700. So 700 divided by 300. So if I divide the 700 by 300, then I will get something more than 2. That means if I connect more than 2 capacitors, means obviously more than 2 means 3. So if I connect 3 capacitors, then the voltage will be divided and my capacitors will not damage. So now I am drawing this combination. This is the best combination, in this case capacitor will not damage out. So this is one capacitor of capacity 2 farad. This is second capacitor and this is third capacitor of capacity 2 farad. So when I connect these across the battery in this way, when I connect these 3 across the battery, this is the battery of 700 volt. So in this case the voltage of 700 will be divided into 3 parts. So this is the battery of 700 volt. This 700 volt will be divided into 3 parts. So approximately voltage that will be across each capacitor, that will be 700 by 3 because the voltage will be divided into 3 equal parts. So 700 by 3, now it will be something less than 300. So approximately it is 3 to the 6. So it will be about 233. So that is 233, that is less than 300. So that means if I connect 3 capacitors in this way, then I will get voltage less than 300 across each capacitor. So that means in this case none of the capacitor will damage out because voltage is less than its tolerance power. It can withstand up to 300 volt. So now 233 is the voltage. So this capacitor will not have any of the capacitor will not get damaged. So I hope you can understand this circuit. But now the electrician wants the capacitance of let's suppose this is point A, this is point B. Electrician want the capacitance of 12 farad, but this circuit is giving me, this circuit is giving 2, 2 and 2. These three capacitors are in series combination. So can I find the resultant? So it will be 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. So you know the combination series, in the series combination the capacitance value is added reciprocally. So it will be 1 by 2, 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. This is equal to what? This is equal to 1 by CS. So this is equal to 1 by CS. So in short you can say CS will be equal to these three capacitors will combine, and this combination will give me the value that is equal to, this combination will give me 3 by 2, that will be reciprocal. So 2 by 3 farad is the value that I get. But now I want to get to value, I want to reach value 12 farad. So that means n rows, this type of n rows I will connect here, so that all that will be added. One row below, just below it, then below it, I will discuss that thing. So 2 by 3 into n rows I require, because if n rows will be there, then I will get 12. Then I will get 12. I will draw the circuit, don't worry. Firstly find n. So n will be, now it is 6. So n will be 6, 3 is the 18. So 18 rows will be there. 18 rows will be required. So wait for 1 minute, I will draw. So in which way, students, these are three capacitors, 1, 2 and 3. This is 2 by, this is equal to 2 by 3. Then similar type of row will be there, similar type of next row, similar type of next row, means the every row will contain, every row will consist of 3 capacitors. So 18 rows will give me the capacitance of 12 farad. So 18 rows will give me the capacitance of 12 farad. This is the minimum combination. So 18, these number of rows will be, from first onwards, the total number of rows will be 18. So 18 rows are required. How we have calculated that? This was battery, this was the battery connected here. So firstly we have to check that we have to, in a single row, how many capacitors will be there. First of all we have to check that. How we can check that? We can check the property of capacitor, it will get damaged or not. So we have to check first that thing. So firstly we have to check how many capacitors will be required in a single row, so that no capacitor will get damaged out due to its withstand capacity. So we have seen that in 3 capacitors are required in a single row. Then how many rows are required? 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. So single row contains the capacitance of 2 by 3. That step we have done. So n number of rows will be required. That will give me the capacitance of 12 farad, because in parallel combination the capacitance is added directly. So this 2 by 3 into n, where n is the number of rows. So this is equal to 12. After that this will cancel out, it will be 6, and n equal to 6 into 3, n will be equal to 18. But 18 is not our right answer. 18 is not our right answer. We need to find the arrangement that requires the minimum number of capacitors. So minimum number of capacitors, 3 capacitors in single row. So total number of rows are 18. So number of capacitors will be 18 into 3, that is 54. So for this first question, total number of capacitors required will be 54. So I hope you got the concept. Students, by connecting 4 capacitors in single row, you can also obtain the capacitance of 12 farad. But in that case, number of capacitors will increase. If you connect 4 capacitors in a single row and to get 12 farad capacitance, you need more number of capacitors. So this is the minimum number. So basically you have to divide the voltage like this. We have divided 700 by 300, and the value that you get, just one value more than that you have to connect. Like in this question we are getting just value more than 2. 700 by 300, that is more than 2, so we connected 3 capacitors. So I will solve one more question of similar type. After that we will move to series and parallel combination of capacitors. I hope this question is clear to you. If any doubt is there, then my phone number was on the starting of the video, was at the top in the starting of video, and you can drop the message to me also, you can drop the message to sir also. So this question is clear. Now we are moving to next question. The next question that we have is, the next question is similar type of question. You can try this question at your end also. After that we will start. You can try this question on your own end. You can pause the video. Okay, so I hope you have tried this question. Now we are going to solve this one. Let's see. 700 volt again given. Capacitance is now 200. So now I will divide this 700 with 200. So 700 divided by 200. So now 700 divided by 200. So this is giving me the value which is greater than 3. So this is giving me some value which is greater than 3. So greater than 3 means I have to connect 4 capacitors in single row. When I will connect 4 capacitors in a single row, then the none of the capacitor will gets damage. No capacitor will damage if I connect 4. So what I have to do now, I have to connect these 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 capacitors I have to connect here. So when I connect 4 capacitors, my voltage will be, every capacitance has equal capacity, so voltage will be divided equally into 4 parts. So 700 by 4, that value will be less than 200. So that means no capacitor will damage when we connect 4 capacitors. So you got this concept. Then what you have to do? Then you have to connect battery. But this combination is giving me some capacitance that is not required, because what capacitance is required? The capacitance is required of 8 farad is required. But this combination will give, this is 8 farad capacitor, this is again 8, this is again 8, and this is again 8. So this combination is giving me what value? This is giving me, so it is equal to 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8. So this series combination will give me 4 by 8. 4 by 8 will be equal to 1 by CS. So this combination is equal to 1 by CS. So CS will be equal to 2 farad. This single row of series combination is giving me capacitance that is equal to 2 farad. But I need 8 farad. The electrical technician needs which capacitance? He needs the value which is equal to 8 farad. So to achieve 8 farad, we need how many such rows? We need 4 rows, because 2 farad we are getting from one row, and when I connect n parallel rows, when I connect one row here, similar type, one here and another one here, then in the parallel combination 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, so I will get 8. So that means 2 into n number of rows will be required. That will give me what value? That will give me 8 farad. So now I will have to cancel out it. 2 fours the 8. So how many rows will be required? Total number of rows of this type in parallel, that should be connected in parallel, are required as 4. But this is not answer to this question. What will be the answer? Answer is asking about the number of capacitors. Minimum number of capacitors. So minimum number of capacitors that are required will be 4 rows, 4 capacitors in each row. So 4 into 4, 4 capacitors and 4 rows. So total number of capacitors that are required, minimum capacitors required for this question is 16. If you got the point what I am trying to say, then it's good. If you have any doubt, then you can drop a message to me, or you can drop the message to sir also, so that we can discuss and we can try to clear your doubt. So 16 will be the right answer for this second question. I hope it is clear. This type of question are asked in CBSE many times, so that's why I am going to discuss. I have tried my best to convey to you, so that you can understand the question. I am trying my best effort here. So this is the best way you can understand the question. Firstly, find the number of capacitors which are required in a single row. Then find the number of rows required. When after finding the number of rows, you can find the minimum number of capacitors that are required for a particular question. I hope it is clear, and one or two questions I will give you in the assignment also. Next assignment, that will be on capacitor basis. So in that assignment I will try that I will provide such type of questions there. So now we are moving to third question. The third question that I have given in the homework yesterday, that is on your screen. In this question, this combination was given and each capacitance has value. The capacitance of each capacitor is 4 microfarad. So this every capacitance is of 4 microfarad. Every capacitor. And this battery voltage was given, that is 400 volt. So it is positive, it is negative terminal, and this battery voltage is 400 volt. So now see, some charge will go from this battery. From this point onwards, some charge will go here, some charge will go here. But you can see this capacitor and this capacitor, charge is same. So that means these two will be in series. Through this capacitor and this capacitor, charge will be same. So these two will be also in series. But this capacitor has different charge, so it will stay as it is. So now in this question, I am converting it into single diagram. Now its next diagram will be, I am combining these two capacitors 4 and 4. So 4 plus 4 microfarad, that will give me 4 plus 2 4. So 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, that will be equal to 1 by 2. Then I have to take reciprocal. So this is the one I am discussing this question first branch. So these two are in series. So 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. So this is equal to 1 by CS. So 1 by CS will be equal to 2 by 4, that will be 1 by 2. So by combining these two capacitors of 4 microfarad and 4 microfarad which are in series, so this is 4 microfarad, this is again 4 microfarad, I am getting 2 microfarad. So first point clear. Then in the lower branch also same type of steps, same step will be there. So this is again another capacitor, this is also of 2. So now then the next one is 4. So then we have a battery here, that is negative terminal, that is positive terminal. Now in this step, this will be also 2 microfarad. So this will be also 2. So this 2 and this below 2, these will be in parallel. So in parallel combination they will be simply added. So in the next step, what I will get? In the next step I will get 2 and 2 parallel means single. Now this is the single capacitor. 2 and 2 in parallel will give me 4 microfarad. And then the below one, this is the below one, and this is the battery. Now you can check. This will be 4 microfarad. I am not mentioning complete. My 4 microfarad. This is again 4. And this is the negative terminal. This is the positive terminal. Now same charge will flow through both the capacitors. Same charge will flow through this one. Same charge will flow through this 4 and both the 4s. So that means now these two will be in series. When the two capacitors will be in series having same capacity, then the capacitance will be half. So 4 and 4 will give me 2. So its next diagram will be single capacitor, 4 and 4 will give me 2 farad. And now I can find, this is battery here, positive. Now I can find the total charge, positive, negative. Now I can find the total charge. This is 400. This is the capacitance is 2 microfarad. So 2 microfarad. Now see what will happen. Some charge will flow here, that is total charge. Total charge will be flowing through 4 microfarad. So now total charge that will be flowing through this capacitor, total charge is 2 microfarad. Micro means 10 raised to the power minus 6. So 2 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. Okay, Q, we have to find QT. So QT is equal to C into V. C means C net, we can say. Q is equal to CB, we note this formula. C net into potential. C net we have calculated 2 into 10 raised to the power minus 6 into 400. So this is 400. Total charge. So total charge will be equal to 2 4s the 4 2s the 8. So 8 into 10 raised to the power minus 4. So 8 into 10 raised to the power minus 4. This will be the total charge. This will be the total charge, or you can say total charge is flowing through this capacitor, because from battery total charge is coming. So some voltage will drop here. This capacitor has capacity of some value, that is 4 microfarad. This is the voltage. So 4 microfarad capacity this has. Qt we have calculated. So can I find the voltage that will drop across this capacitor? Because some voltage will drop here, rest of the voltage will drop here and here in parallel combination. So now this I have this value 4 microfarad and Qt I have calculated. So now I can find the voltage drop across this capacitor, this below capacitor C5. So across the C5, this was C5. So across C5 I have to find the voltage. So that voltage, let's write it as V5. So V5 will be equal to, we know the formula for V. V is equal to Q by C. So Q we know here, Qt we know, Qt was given. So Qt we have just calculated, that is 8 into 10 raised to the power minus 4. So this is 8 into 10 raised to the power minus 4 divided by, then C is equal to 4 microfarad. So 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. So after calculation you can check, it will be equal to 200. So that means 200 volt will drop here. 200 volt will drop in this series capacitor. This capacitor is connected with the battery in series. So this capacitor, some voltage will drop here, and the voltage that will drop here is 200 volt. So remaining voltage, total voltage of battery was 400. So some voltage 200 is dropped here. Then this is parallel combination. This is parallel, this is parallel. Means 200 volt will drop across these two capacitors. 200 volt will drop across these two capacitors. And we have calculated total charge. Then we can calculate some charge that is flowing through this side. So let's zoom in this diagram. I will try to zoom in. Okay, now I have zoomed in to this diagram. Okay. So you can note down the values. Okay, you have seen 200 volt will drop here. 200 volt will drop here, and that means that same remaining voltage, that is 200. So 200 will drop across these two capacitors. Same 200 will drop across two capacitors, because this above these two above capacitors are in parallel with the below two. So basically this combination, this is parallel, this is series combination, this is again series combination. But these two capacitors combination, this row is parallel with this row. So that means 200 volt will drop here, 200 will drop here, and 200 will drop here. So this is the voltage. Now you can check the charge also. If the examiner will ask about this capacitor, so they are equal. These two capacitors have equal capacity. So 100 volt will drop here, 100 volt will drop here, because total voltage across this row is 200. So it will be 100 plus 100. In this case also it will be 100 volt, it will be 100 volt. So these are the basic concepts that you have to study. If you are having any doubt in this question, after now voltage you got, charge we have calculated, total charge we have calculated, that was 8 into 10 raised to the power minus 4 coulomb. So this is the total charge that is coming from battery. This is minus 4 coulomb. So this is the value of total charge that is coming from the battery. Now you can find the charge which is going in this branch. You can find the charge which is going in this branch also, because these two branches have same capacitance. This has also same combination, this has also same combination. So charge will be divided halfly. So 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 4 charge will be flowing in this branch. Wait, I will mention here. So in this branch, what amount of charge will be flowing? That is 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 4. And same charge will be flowing in the upper branch, that is 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 4. So same charge will be flowing in both the branches, 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 4, because they have same combination. Now the question is completed. If any student is having any doubt in any question, we have discussed three questions. Here. If any student is having any doubt in any question, then he or she can drop a message to me or sir. Otherwise, what will happen? You will got confused while doing the next questions. If you have any doubt, then you can drop the message. This is the motive of video, and through the video we have discussed some questions, and this way we are selecting this way. Sometimes because some students need repetition means they need to see question again. Some students need revision after some days, so that's why we are uploading some videos on YouTube, so that you can revise your topic at any time. So this is all from today. Thank you so much. We will discuss series and parallel combination questions in next video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye students.